Hi, I am Girish Kishnani, and you are watching 5-Minute Learnings. Welcome to the third video in the series on emotions, which would introduce you to various theories of emotions. Emotions are often complex and sometimes confusing. Why do we feel them? What purpose do they serve? For centuries, philosophers, psychologists, and scientists have tried to explain these questions by developing different theories of emotion. Emotions strongly influence human behavior. They can push people to act in ways they normally wouldn't or avoid situations they might otherwise enjoy. An emotion is more than just a feeling, it involves physical changes, conscious awareness, and outward expressions. Emotional experiences are closely linked to personality, mood, motivation, and even survival. To better understand emotions, researchers have proposed several theories. These theories generally fall into three main categories: physiological theories. Emotions arise from physical responses in the body. Neurological theories. Emotions come from brain activity. Cognitive theories. Emotions depend on thoughts and interpretations. Within these categories, following 6 major theories are often discussed. The evolutionary theory. Charles Darwin proposed that emotions developed through evolution because they improved survival and reproduction. For example, love and affection encourage bonding and reproduction, while fear prompts fight-or-flight responses to danger. Emotions help people react quickly to threats or opportunities and also allow them to read others' feelings. Recognizing anger, fear, or distress in another person, or even in an animal, can help avoid harm. The James-Lange theory, proposed independently by William James and Carl Lange, this theory argues that emotions result from physical reactions. In other words, we feel afraid because we tremble, not the other way around. For instance, if you see a bear and your body begins to shake and your heart races, your interpretation of those reactions leads you to conclude that you are afraid. The Cannon-Bard theory. Walter Cannon and later Philip Bard challenged the James-Lange idea. They argued that emotions and physical responses happen at the same time, not one after the other. For example, when you face danger, your brain triggers both the feeling of fear and the physical responses like sweating or rapid breathing simultaneously. Cannon noted that physical reactions alone cannot explain emotions, since they can occur without a feeling, for example, a racing heart from exercise. The Schachter-Singer theory, also called the two-factor theory. This view combines ideas from both James-Lange and Cannon-Bard. It states that first there is physiological arousal, and then the brain interprets and labels that arousal based on the situation. The label determines the emotion. For example, a racing heart during an exam might be labeled as anxiety, while the same reaction on a date could be labeled as excitement or attraction. Context, therefore, plays a critical role in shaping emotions. The cognitive appraisal theory. Psychologist Richard Lazarus emphasized the role of thinking. According to this theory, you must first appraise or interpret a situation before you can feel an emotion. A sequence occurs: stimulus, thought, and then emotion and physical response together. For example, when you see a bear, you first recognize the danger, then feel fear, which is accompanied by the physical fight-or-flight response. The facial feedback theory. This theory suggests that facial expressions themselves influence emotions. Smiling can actually make you feel happier, while frowning can enhance feelings of sadness or discomfort. Darwin and James both noted that facial muscles and expressions do more than simply reflect emotions, they can help generate them. Here is the table comparing all theories. Takeaways. Emotions are central to how we think, act, and connect with others, yet they remain partly mysterious. Theories of emotion differ in focus: some stress physical reactions, others the brain, and others the role of thought, but together they help explain why feelings exist and how they shape our lives. Research continues to explore this fascinating area, seeking to understand not only what causes emotions but also how they affect decision-making, relationships, and survival. That's all in introduction to theories of emotions. Over the next few videos we will explore each of these theories in detail. Hope you found this video helpful. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And follow or subscribe to my channel 5-Minute Learnings, and do remember to hit the bell icon to get notified on new content. Thanks for watching.